What's up guys, and welcome to another i-LiveWild video. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the Fenix flashlight products. Fenix South Africa was kind enough to send over some products for me to test out, and I must say I'm very much impressed with these flashlights. So the first little one we've got here, and it is quite little in the true sense of the word. It's a lightweight, ultra compact, ultra light headlamp, the Fenix HM23 headlamp. It's pretty small, as you can see there. Nice little strap, very stretchy, easy to adjust, very good quality, and this Fenix writing is also reflective. So if you're wearing this at night, other people will spot you quite easily. It opens up on the side. It uses only one AA battery, and it packs a punch. It's got 240 lumens on high mode, and then on low it's only 4 lumens, and on medium it's 70 lumens, sorry. And one button on the side. This side's got the opening for the battery. Just hold down the button, it turns it on. That's low, medium and high, and then you can cycle through that repeatedly and hold down the button again to switch it off. So on the high setting you've got a total of 8 hours runtime on 240 lumens. It's quite significant for only one AA battery, I must say. This thing is phenomenal. For the size, it packs a big punch. And down on low you can run this thing for 100 hours on 4 lumens. So there's the Fenix HM23 ultralight headlamp. Next on the table here I've got what they call the Fenix TK20. A lot of you guys might be aware of the TK20 already, but in fact this is the version 2. So this is a very nifty little torch. Small package, packs and one hell of a big punch. It comes in the package with a lanyard, a little pouch. You can carry it on your belt or wherever, throw it in your backpack. Take it out of this thing, just quickly put that out of the way. So there's your TK20 version 2. As you can see, nice little light, very handy, very nice size, fits in your hand perfectly. It's got the buttons on the back. So the small button is your cycle button, or if you keep it down it will strobe, and the big one is just on and off. So there's your on, you can turn it on, press the smaller button, it will cycle through all your modes from eco to low, medium, high, turbo, and then you can just tap the big button, switch it back off again, and then right here on top there's a ring you can take off, unscrew it. It's quite tight, there's a little o-ring there. Just get this thing loose. There we go. So that thing screws down, and then there you've got your little USB-C charging port to charge this light. On the other side there's a little light indicator to show you the status of your battery, and then that just closes back up again. You just screw it back up, it locks in place. It's quite tight, and then when you open the back you get to your battery. So just a normal tail cap out of the way there, and you've got your standard Fenix 5000 milliamp hour 3.6 volt battery that charges, that fires up this bad boy. So I'll get that back in there. This torch, it is waterproof, it is drop tested. It's a hell of a torch. It's a solid construction. You've got the belt clip on here, or the pocket clip. You can take that off if you want to. I usually leave it in a place where I know the orientation of the torch to get to the back button. So if that little clip sits in my hand, by my fingers, in the fold of my fingers, I know I'm at the right place, at the right button when I need to be at the back buttons. No buttons on the side, no adjustable focus. It is what it is. It's a solid flashlight. No fuss, no drama. This thing is built to last, and it is going to last. The turbo mode, 3000 lumens, it throws a beam of 475 meters. I've tested it, it makes light. This thing is phenomenal. This is really a crazy light. I would recommend this to anyone out there doing outdoor activities, camping, hiking, 4x4ing, whatever you do at night, even at home, self-defense. You've got the strobe there, it's 3000 lumen strobe. You're going to confuse someone very quickly with that. So this is a very nice light to have in your possession. So yeah, on the on eco mode, you've got 30 lumens for 48 hours. It's quite a lot of light. So there's eco, you can see it's a decent amount of light. I mean, 30 lumens is not nothing. You can get by with that, and for 48 hours it will help you out of a tight spot if you're on a hike or outside without power or in an emergency situation. You will be able to have enough light for 48 hours. So that's quite nice. Comes with the nice pouch. Inside the box there's a little lanyard that ties on the back here at the tail cap, and yeah, it's a decent light. I would recommend this to anybody. Then lastly, they sent me this bad boy, the Fenix C7 they call it. This is the industrial workmanship or working light. It's built for people that does outdoor work, inspecting power lines, inspecting sites, working in places where you need to underground, mining industry, whatever, any industrial application. This is the light you want. The tail cap, as you can see there's no buttons on the back. It's also got the nice little pocket clip or belt clip. You can remove that, it just clips out of the torch, not a problem. The head is slightly bigger than the one on the TK20. It makes a slightly wider beam. It's not as directed as this one, but it still packs a punch. I believe it's the same internals, so it's also a 3000 lumen torch. The button, the only main difference is the button sits on the side now. So you've got your button there, you press that, you've got your same cycles, eco, low, medium, high and turbo. So it also cycles up to 3000 lumens. The runtime is pretty much the same as the TK20 version 2. Only difference being this tail cap is magnetic. So I don't really have anything metal close by now, but I can demonstrate that to you. If you pull it out, it keeps the battery in the magnetic holder. So that is pretty nice. You can use this as a work light. Stab it onto your car or any piece of metal, turn it on if you need directed light and you need hands-free. This thing can magnetize to any metal surface. It will help you out of trouble. Also another interesting thing, while I'm out of the battery, the 5000 milliamp hour batteries from Fenix, the 3.6 volts, they now come with a USB-C on the battery itself. So you just plug this thing into any USB-C cable or the provided cables from Fenix, and you can charge them. You don't need to charge the torch itself, you can charge the battery separately. So that's the one thing there. And then this one, let me just get the tail cap back on. On the other side of the torch, as you can see, this side by the name, there's the little grey button, that's your on and off switch. If you turn it around, there's a little rubber cap there, that's to reach your charging point. If you plug in a USB-C cable there's a green light behind this little button. It will come on, or it will be red if the battery is flat, and it will turn green as soon as you are ready. And then this thing seals quite well, this rubber cap, just to get it off is sometimes a mission. So you don't worry about water ingress there. This torch is waterproof as well, it is drop tested. The only difference between this one and the TK20 in terms of power and distance and beam is that this one throws a beam of 400, just over 400 meters. I think it's 410 meters. So this is actually the only torch in South Africa at the moment, I believe. So I'm testing it. They don't even have a package for it yet. If there was one, I don't have that, but this is, I want to say this is my favorite torch. It takes a bit of time getting used to the side button, and it's a little bit difficult at night in the dark to feel where's the button. A lot of times I try pressing the USB-C cover and thinking that's the button, because that one you can locate quite easily. But a workaround for that as well, use the pocket clip, turn it around all the way to where the name is or where the button is, so you always know in the dark, in line with your clip, you're going to find your button. Press and hold, it will turn on the light, cycle through your settings as well if it's off. While it's off, press and hold, it will turn on and go through. It will either flash, or if you have it on, it's gonna, just get this thing on now, it will go to your strobe function. I think the battery is a bit flat, sorry guys. So yeah, very nice torch. I will throw up some photos and samples at the end of this video so you guys can see what I have done with them, where they have been operating and what they can do. So personal preference, I would recommend the C7 just for the versatility that you get with the magnet at the back. It is nice having the buttons at the back, but it's not a train smash having to switch on your flashlight on the side of the button. That actually helps a lot. Yeah, it's definitely, the battery is flat now. I've been using this extensively. It works. The TK20 also works like a bomb. This thing, it's like, this is more a tactical torch than this one. This is for working, this is for tactical, EDC, everyday carry, chuck it in your car, it's going to help you out. To me, that's not used to having a button at the back of a torch, I prefer the old school one, having the button on the side. In some situations it's easier to switch on the side than on the back, depends on what you want to do. For me as a photographer, I've got more versatility with this light with the side button than with the back button when I do light painting or any nighttime photography where I need to access the button quite easily and hold the flashlight in a certain way. So that's the only reason that I prefer the C7. And also on a side note, the byproduct of any LED light, I'm sure a lot of you guys know out there, is heat. So the C7 deals with the heat management a lot better in my opinion than what the TK20 does. The smaller head, it keeps the heat inside. The torch heats up very quickly. On turbo mode, this thing gets very hot in your hand very quickly, and then it reaches a thermal switch off, so you can't run it on turbo mode for too long. Then it will protect the LED, it will protect the flashlight, protect the battery, it switches off. It has to cool down a little bit, then you can run on turbo again. Where the C7 can run for a longer duration on turbo before it switches itself off. So that's also part of, and this torch does not get as hot. I can still handle it comfortably, it doesn't get too hot to touch, and yeah, it's very awesome. This is really a nice piece of kit. Price wise, I'm not going to go into that. I just think these torches are built very well, and you get what you pay for. They are a bit on the expensive side, but I believe cheaper than other main torch brands out there. So I would definitely recommend Fenix. I've always been a big fan, and I was pretty stoked when they sent me over these lights. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a look at some of the sample photos I'll be posting on the screen now, and yeah, have fun out there. Keep your adventures going, stay wild, and don't let life get past you. Have fun. Cheers.